because it's like weird because like I always because I know for a fact like when I because I remember when I did when I walked into parade a couple of years ago, there was one song that I just lost it, and that was it was I had two songs. I actually go absolutely mad for Steps. Like
Really?
yeah,
Okay.
it was it was literally it was literally tragedy, and I don't know why. I think it's because when I know it's because you know what it is. You know when you're literally in the Pride Parade and people are cheering you on, and a song comes where you're like tragedy. What a feeling, and you're just like, and you're like giving faith, giving body, you're like yes, look at me, rain. And then the other song is Lil Mix, Power for some odd reason.
That's a good one.
Like,
yeah, that's a good one. Yeah,
I always wondered,
I'm
so, yeah.
100% with you with Power, because when it comes on, I get to pretend that I'm wearing those big pink boots that Leanne is wearing.
Yes.
And if you just picture yourself in like, they're not even thigh high, they're like waist high pink boots, there's no way you don't just start stomping.
Yeah.
So Power is a good one. I feel like also like when Pride rolls around, you can really get into the classics as well. So I always think if it's Pride season, I listen to "I'm Coming Out" by Diana Ross.
Oh my god!
More times than
iconic.
Like, hits it, and also "Le Freak" by Chic.
Oof.
Like "Le Freak" is just one of those songs where I'm like, it's good all year round, but when it's on at Pride, it just hits at like a new level.
Yeah.
I'm just like everyone just turns up for like stuff like that. So
it is.
Also, "Like Me" by
yeah.
Girlicious.
Oh god.
Yeah. slightly more niche, but yeah, agreed. I think you're right. I think there are some songs that just like during Pride season they are different when you listen to them, because I'm not a big fan of and I'm sure anyone that knows me that listens to this will probably call me out for it, but I'm not a big fan of really cheesy music. But at Pride, it's kind of different. And I don't know if Steps might be one step too far for me, but other kind of cheesy pop that you know, you kind of hear all year round in some venues. But like at Pride, if you're like out and about during the day and you see families and, you know, queer people of all ages, like it's, they feel a bit different listening to kind of cheesy music then. But I agree, like Chic is all year round, but also at Pride. Yeah, it sounds like we've got a nice little Pride playlist there, actually.
I know, we should have like a Pride playlist, defo. So, that's my question, because I just love having you here because you're the first guest, so I'm like buzzing. So I'll pass it over to Dan that could take it from there. Yay.
Thanks. So I just wanted to ask a few questions about, now that we are still under lockdown and it is Pride month, what are sort of your plans, and then also sort of AKT, what are they doing to sort of celebrate Pride inside? Have you got anything that you're planned on doing, or sort of is it just a case of I'm going to make a margarita, put on the Pride playlist, and have myself a good old day?
I mean, definitely that as well. I think generally and personally for me, so since getting back to London as of a week or so ago, I've been to the park a couple of times with friends and have seen them for the first time. And I think, even being able to do that as kind of, I guess like made us kind of realize how nice the little things are. So I think there's a bit of that, and we'll probably continue with that. I know obviously today they've had lots of new announcements about other things you can do and see and visit with lockdown, but we don't need to get down into those. This is the Pride episode, so I'll talk about Pride. And in terms of AKT, so I know a lot of other charities and LGBT outlets and activists have been hosting sort of virtual Pride type things. And we actually, we did the same, although ours was towards the end of May. We didn't call it a Pride because it wasn't quite a Pride, but we had a 2-day event of pre-recorded and live content on across our social channels. So we had a couple of panels, so 2 panels about Pride, 1 on faith. We had some live musical performances from people like Foxglove, Heather Peace, Dan Sells, and he was interviewed by Leighton Williams from Jamie. We had a load of different content from queer people, high profile and up and coming, and that's all still kind of static and on our channels for young people to watch if they want to. In terms of stuff moving forward, there's loads of really great stuff that other organizations and outlets are doing. So a lot of what we're directing a lot of people to it. We also do, and this is less externally facing, but as part of our youth engagement work, we do things like hosting like a virtual movie night, or we've got a virtual spin class type thing. Although I doubt it's. I doubt it's with bikes though, because not everyone. I mean, I've got an exercise bike because I needed to get one because I needed to do some exercise. But I can't imagine all our young people do. So maybe it's more like a cardio thing. But so we're doing stuff with our young people that's digitally, so they can stay. They feel like they've got that community support. And I mean, we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up with brands. So we just ran a partnership with Victoria Beckham, and they invited our young people and frontline staff to create videos and get engaged with that. So we've got bits and pieces, but the main kind of bulk was towards the end of May. So that stuff that was the AK Together sessions, that stuff is all still online. Was the most, excruciatingly busy week of our lives trying to pull it together very quickly. But it went down really well. So that content is still there for young people.
Amazing.
That is awesome. I think also loads of people are just kind of agreeing and finding out that actually meeting up in small groups and just having hours of not being able to do anything else except hang out is actually finding a lot of people are really enjoying that and like taking the time to sort of reconnect with mates that they haven't seen in a while, which I think is going to be a great thing. I wanted to know how sort of at the current time, Nick kind of almost asked this a little bit, but as us like, I don't want to say veteran gays, but I'm going to say veteran gays.
Bitch calling me old.
What can we do to sort of make the LGBT community sort of more welcoming and inclusive to sort of younger queer kids who are just sort of finding themselves? Because I know that when you're in that sort of early stage of your life and you're just sort of discovering your identity, it can be quite intimidating and a scary community to come and be a part of. And I think why Pride is so important is that it opens up that community in through this sort of large celebration and protest and parade for people to find that. Without that this year, is there any sort of things that we can be doing to make the community more accepting and an easier, more comfortable community to become a part of?
Ooh, it's a big question.
And smaller question to lead you into it. What's your favourite Lady Gaga song?
Okay. I'll take the small question first. So again, and this will probably enrage any of my friends that hear this. I'm not the biggest Lady Gaga fan. I do like her and I have seen her live, but I'm not a massive fan. But however, I love the new album. Like I'm obsessed with it. I really, really like it more than I've liked any of her other stuff. The song, it just gives me that kind of. Sorry, my cat is eating a bunch of flowers on the table, so I just have to take him down. There we go. I didn't really need to say that. I could have just picked him up off the table.
Fine.
I mean, the cat can get involved if it wants to. We've got flies. We've got bees. Let's get a cat involved.
Oh my god, it really is the Noah's Ark of quarantine. So I would say there's a song on it called Alice, which is one of the first songs. I love that. Otherwise, if it was one of the older ones, I love Bad Kids, and I like Paparazzi. For someone that said they're not a Lady Gaga fan, I'm starting to sound like one, but those three probably. For the bigger question, yes is the short answer. There are things we can do. It is a tricky one to kind of answer, but I suppose I guess like I would just try and remember how it felt to be that age. And I remember when I was, a bit of a baby gay, and I was out and about, I was too young to be out and about when I was, but from a really young age. And even if you are kind of giving a bit of bravado and like being a bit cheeky or whatever, you're petrified inside about everything and about just coming out and everything being new. So I guess I would just encourage anybody, any of us veterans, to remember and reflect on how we felt and how it was quite scary. And again, acknowledge the fact that it's scarier for some people than others. I was still a petrified baby gay, but I had a supportive family, and I didn't have a rough ride in comparison to a lot of young people, in particular young trans people and young non-binary people. So I think it's about that. I think if you do see a young queer person, especially at something like a pride event, out and about during the day, it's a really, really tricky one. But if they do look lost or distressed or upset, in a respectful way, check if they're okay and look out for people's welfare. Because I know, personally speaking, I'd have been too afraid to ask when I was younger and I was that age. So I think it's just about, being mindful and remembering what it was like to be that age. It's a tricky question, actually. I've not really thought about it, but that would be where I would start, I think.
Great. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. It's like,
oh, thank you for having me.
It's crazy. Like the time just like goes whenever we speak. When you're here, it's been nice. I feel like it's nice. You felt more like a co-host rather than a guest, which is nice.
Well, thank you. I've been looking forward to, actually. Today's I shouldn't say today's dragged on air, but it has dragged a bit. And so I was really looking forward to this conversation after what has been quite a long day. So thank you for that. It's been great to chat.
It's been lovely.
And just before you go, can you let the girls know where they can find you and where they can look if they want to find out more about AKT and the stuff that they're doing?
Yes, absolutely. So you can find out more about AKT and the work we do supporting 16 to 25-year-old LGBTQ plus young people who are facing homelessness or living in a hostile and abusive environment at www.akt.org.uk. And then our social handles are at AKT Charity. And mine is at Matthew Horwood, although you won't find me tweeting about anything particularly interesting, so I would probably stick to AKT Charity. And we will be doing some more bits and pieces over Pride season. Stay tuned.
I'm just like, I'm buzzing now because now like people gonna have to step up their game now that you've been the like you've set the bar high now, so now we're gonna be like, hey, and we have some names on the agenda, so it's gonna be, I feel like this season is gonna be pretty fun. This is only season 1 and we had our first guest. It's been fun. It's been great. It's been great.
Yeah, I'm excited. And
I'm secretly crying inside, like, oh my god.
We'll have to hopefully see one another when lockdown is lifted enough and we're in the same place at the same time, because you're sort of between Brum and Manchester, right? Or Liverpool and Manchester?
Liverpool and Manchester, yeah.
Liverpool and Manchester, yeah.
So I'll definitely be down. When lockdown's over, I'm gonna definitely come to London. I'm hoping to record with Dan once lifted. We're allowed in more than one room.
Yeah.
I'll be in London. We'll go for a drink, even if it means we still have to social distance by a meter.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Make it work.
But from me, Matt, it's been a pleasure, and thank you for today. It means a lot to us, and it's nice that we've learned more about AKT and the people will know more. I think that's really important, because as much as Pride means a lot to us, Pride means a lot to the younger folk, and I feel like it's very important for us to use this platform to get the word out there for AKT and the stuff that they do.
Yeah, 100%. And we really, really appreciate it. And I've loved being on. I feel honoured as the first guest. Yay! I'm sure of many. So thank you very much, guys.
Yeah. And as you leave the 802, please do just make sure to take all your personal belongings with you. We hope that you enjoyed your journey with us.
It was a bumpy and enjoyable ride. Absolutely. Loved it.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Matt.
Yes.
Thank you so much, guys. Take care.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye.